What is up, YouTube? Trollkin here. Welcome back to Draw Phase, and in today's video we are doing a quick little review of sealed products of Riftbound on Cardmarket. So in the States you generally have like TCG Player is a great tool. In the EU we use Cardmarket. It's just like everyday people putting stuff up online for sale, and you could just they ship them to you at your house. Very similar, basically the same thing. I've had only good experiences with Cardmarket, right? I generally use it for like structuring competitive decks. If there's like a couple cards missing and I want to get them cheap, it doesn't matter really for me the condition of the card as long as it's not like ripped in half, you know. So you can pick out varying conditions, varying prices, and they seem to be generally fair. But since they went live with sealed products for Riftbound, I just want to do a quick review for those that are living in the EU and you can't get out to your card shop. The pre-orders there are online, and you can actually purchase them today. I am by no means sponsored by Cardmarket, right? I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. I use it personally, as a tool, like I said before, to make decks. So I just wanted, for those that don't know, it is available, and the product there is for sale right now. So let's go straight to the website and check some stuff out. So we have sealed products here. The Origins booster box, which I think MSR is $159.99 in dollars, so around 160. Cardmarket or the sellers are putting it up for 180 euros. That's like the cheapest you can get. I think that's relatively fair. Like, you have to think, like, yeah, you do have to pay shipping costs for this, so it will. Let's just like review it. So if I were to buy it, right, the shipping costs would be, all right. So here we have, it'll show everything. So there's 110 booster box available. The shipping cost is 584 for this one. That's 187.99 if you see right here. So you're paying like an extra maybe 6 to 8 euros. Sometimes this one is OVP sealed for 199. With only 1 cent shipping cost. So, it varies if you want to pay for shipping, because the more you pay for shipping, like the safer it is, right? There's different tiers when it comes to shipping on Cardmarket, and you can kind of pick. This guy is selling the booster box for 8,000 euros. Okay, so that's just, yeah, he's just trying to kind of capitalize on some people. Not knowing what they're talking about. But no, generally it's very fair. Obviously you're going to get those people online just like posting stuff for ridiculous prices. But I think anywhere like for it being shipped to your house, it's decent, right? Because the first run of the product will be limited, right, after release. Like, obviously card shops like have them, in their store within the next couple of weeks if they don't have it already. And it's just like one of those things when the first run gets down to basically the bare bones. I'm not sure how much product they did release, but generally the price will go up after the first run. As soon as wave 2 comes out, then the prices will drop down again. So for right now, for those that are interested in getting booster boxes for cheap, now is the time. If you're not going to your store on release day and asking for one or two, the cases are generally expensive, but I think it's fair because you got to take in consideration driving out to the place. It's time, this way you can pre-order it and it gets sent to your house, no issues. And for those that just are unable to leave their house, I don't know. Sometimes people just can't leave, or it's too far. Like, I myself live in a town where I have to literally take 2 trains to go to like a really good card shop. There is a card shop like a couple stops away in another town. However, like a really good one with like competitive play, tournament events, does take like about like 45 minutes to an hour to get to. So sometimes, just going out to buy booster box and crack packs isn't worth it financially, in terms of like the traveling. So getting it shipped to your house makes sense. So for here, anywhere between 180 and 189 euros is generally fair, I guess. They do have to make money too. Like, that's the idea of the site, is to make some type of income. But an extra $20 for them isn't too bad. Going over to the Proving Grounds box set, $44.99. That's actually decent. So you will have to pay probably like 5 to 6 euros for shipping. The most expensive one is 49. So wait a minute. So it was 40. Oh, okay. So the average price is 50. Okay, so that's 10 euros more than it would be buying at a shop. The Proving Ground box, however, is a hot ticket considering like you get so much value for that price. However, I purchased mine for 29.99 as a pre-order. So that's an extra 20 euros. I'd say that's a little pricey, you know. Um, even it even started at 46 and now it's all the way up to 50 as of so in one day it went up 3 euros, and in another day it went a couple cents. But from the initial, so the initial pricing was 45.99. That's like 16 euros more. For another half of that price, you could buy two. So it's a little. I would say the Proving Ground box is a little pricey from what people are putting it up. But I'm sure once more items will become available, there's this competition that they want to sell the products, right? So people will start posting them for those that have it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So these are just like initial first week predictions of post of sales, and yeah, the only thing I see is really worth it. But like, all right, so real quick, honestly, like for Proving Ground box, you get so much value, and if you really can't leave the house, honestly, 45 to 50 euros isn't terrible. However, I would highly suggest just grabbing it at your card shop. I believe MSR is supposed to be 29.99. Somewhere between 30 euros and 35 euros at card shops is fair. 50 is a little expensive, but if you can't get it out there, the value of it is there. So either way, between 30 and 40 is what I would pay for it. I probably wouldn't go any higher than that. The champion decks, we have generally around 25 to 27 euros. People are posting. And that's fair plus shipping plus three. I believe they are 24.99 MSR, right? Between 22.99 and 24.99 uh for the structure deck. So that's actually good. Like that's something I would probably actually purchase a few on Cardmarket to see. The booster boxes, we'll get that into a second, but honestly, like the Victor, the Lee Sin, and the Jinx deck is something that people should really pick up, mainly because you get all the runes, right? We've discussed this in the past that like not until Spirit Forge we're getting like a bulk rune box, right? So if you don't buy all the products, there's no way to actually construct the decks without those runes unless you're cracking up like a lot of packs, because each pack comes with one rune and it's not guaranteed to what color, so it could be completely random, right? So generally people run 6 and 6 of every rune, so you if you're lucky and you get everything you need, you need to open 12 packs just to get the runes. So the structure decks having those runes are very important so that you can kind of like build and have fun. And Proving Grounds has like four variations. So Annie, purple, red, Garen, orange, yellow, Yi, orange and green, and then Lux, blue and yellow. So those color combinations with those runes, you'll be able to pretty much structure anything that you would like to. So structure decks very available. Also comes with a pack, and I think the prices on Cardmarket are actually incredibly fair. So that's not too bad to get it shipped to your house. Generally, they were $24.99, so it's a couple bucks more. They're not making that much money off of it. They're just sending it out there to you. Now, the case box is something I wanted to talk about, which is absolutely insane. So people are putting cases. I don't know how many. So only a couple people. And the cases are going for 1,390 euros. Don't buy that. That's just way too much. For 6 boxes, that's it's a little too ridiculous. Like I think MSR booster box should be 120, right? They generally are 120. Let me just check it right now. Between 169 on eBay. But they should be around 120, 130. So the fact that they're charging 1,390 euros is absolutely insane. So that's ridiculous. Ooh, they even have like the Timo promo already out there. It's already selling for like 10 euros, which is pretty cool. But that'll drop is because there are no offers for it. So the Timo promo on Cardmarket is worth around like $10 already. The game isn't even out yet, and it's just being given away. I believe it's like one per customer for those that participate in the trial deck at your local card shop. So there you go. You got a $10 promo card. That's pretty ridiculous and pretty cool. And the boosters are going for $750. So generally $4.99 is what the MSR is, And at 750, it's decent, you know. Like these people that are posting up aren't, you know, want to make a couple of bucks off sealed products. So obviously that's the prices for it. Um, Now in the EU, I like to think we don't have the scalper problem, right? In America, like Pokemon scalping in the States is absolutely insane, and I hope that never comes here, especially with Riftbound. I also don't wish that it happens to Riftbound in the States. However, you know, I just looking at the prices, some things are a little high. The cases, like, forget about it. I would never pay that much for a case. That's insane. However, the booster boxes are decently priced for those because you got to remember the first run will eventually run out until they produce a second run of cards, or second print, if you will. And yeah, so either it'll drop down as soon as the product is released, and then when it starts to run out, it'll jump up a little bit. So be wary of like trying to buy products sealed like online. You know, match the prices with your local card shop. Go on the right website. Find out like how much it's initially being sold for, and you know if it's that hard to get, you know you have to vary the price difference in, like, okay, you know, a booster box is really scarce in product right now. Is it worth 180 euros? And if it is to you, then by all means, you know, go for it. But that's it. You know, I just wanted to make it known that in the EU, pre-orders are available for a bunch of Riftbound products. So the 3 structure decks, a Proving Grounds box, cases, and booster boxes. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate support. And you actually enter yourself to win 3 structure decks. So when we reach 1,000 subscribers, right, I'll be picking 3 individuals, and each of you get to pick a structure deck to be sent to your house. So hit a button and you might win something. I've rambled on enough. Hopefully this video was informative to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.